Hi everyone. We're going to be learning about celestial bodies today. So celestial, again, this is things that are in the space, right? In science, sorry, oh my God, in the sky, in with the sun and the planets, etc. Okay, so the first of all, actually, before we start, how many celestials bodies can you name? So lots of people, planets, stars. But then other ones, people will moons. Some of you will know comets, meteors, etc. Right? So you would have come up with some of those for sure. So the first definition for you to write in there, planet. So this is a celestial body that orbits a star and does not produce its own light. So write that down. A celestial body that orbits a star and does not produce its own light. So it doesn't produce its own energy there. So examples, of course, we have Earth as an example. Then we have this nice diagram here. This is just an image of all the planets here. So Earth, so obviously the sun and the moon are not planets, but the rest of them are here. So Mars has a reddish color. Venus, Uranus, Neptune is this really beautiful purplish color. Saturn with its rings, Jupiter, Pluto, and well, Pluto's a minor planet now. Mercury there. Okay, so you can write down whatever examples you want to there. So moon. A moon is a natural satellite. So the satellite is the fill in the blank there of a planet. So what that means is it's orbiting the planet. So Earth's moon orbits the Earth in 27.3 days. So this is the other thing you have to write down there. 27.3 days. And what is affected by the moon's cycle? So I think a lot of your observations of the moon have not worked because it was really cloudy for a lot of those days. So we might end up having to scrap that assignment, but we'll talk about that altogether. So what is affected by the moon cycle? So we've got 8 moon phases. So these are all just the names of the moons. You can actually sketch these in that long box there. So sketch the shapes of the moons. You don't have to label them, but just draw the diagrams of what they look like. You can label them if you'd like, though. It's kind of interesting. Waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, and waning crescent. So what is affected by the orbit of the moon? And this, some of you will know this for sure, ocean tides. So, when people who live on coastal regions will talk about how the tide's coming in or the tide's going out, that is affected by the moon's cycle. So there's magnetic fields and it will pull the water in and out. Sometimes people think that menstrual cycles, so this would be periods, right? Menstrual cycles are affected by them. They are not. So it is just a coincidence that menstrual cycles tend to be on a 28-day cycle. So that would be pseudoscience. It's not actually true. There's been studies done and that has been disproven. So just so you know. So the apparent motion of the moon, so this is how it'll look like in the sky as it goes through. Apparent means that this is not really what's happening, it just looks like that. And what really happens is this. So we've got the sun, coming here, and this is us here. So depending on where we are and where the sunlight is, the moon will look different ways, will appear to look different ways. You can study that diagram and see if you can figure it out. It's kind of difficult to figure out, but once you get it, you get it. Okay, we're going to move on from the moon here. So comets. Okay, so comets, some of you know about Halley's Comet. You may have heard that one. So a comet is a small celestial body that orbits the sun and has a bright nucleus and fainter tail, which always points away from the sun. And then I asked you to sketch a comet there. So you've just got the bright ball, that's the body of it. And then coming away from it is the light streaming away from it, and it's streaming away from the sun always. So you can do a quick sketch of that. Comets are made up of dust and ice and are sometimes referred to as dirty snowballs. And those are actual camera pictures of the comets. Okay. Now, asteroids are next, so you can flip your page over. This refers to the millions of small minor planets that are between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. So if you look at the planets here, so this is Mars and this is Jupiter here. So we've got an asteroid belt in between. So it's just this like little, this circle of very minor planets. So they're just rocks essentially, that are orbiting, but they're all in this what's known as this asteroid belt. So they are mostly made up of rock and they orbit the sun. Some orbits may actually collide with Earth's orbits. We're going to watch a little video. This will be a video that I'll link to on Schoology for you guys. Now, the largest and most well-known asteroid is called Ceres, so Ceres. You can put that in there, and it has a diameter of 1,000 kilometers. So that's quite large, 1,000 kilometers. So if you look compared to Pluto here, smaller than Pluto, of course, but not that much smaller. Now, meteors. Oh, and it says they're in a box to write 2 interesting things from the video, so make sure you do that. Meteors. Thousands of meteors hit the Earth each day. So when they hit the atmosphere, they burn up. So this is what they look like when they burn up. And what do we call those? Anyone know? We call them shooting stars. So if you've ever seen a shooting star, it's not actually a star that you're seeing. It's a meteor that's hitting the Earth's atmosphere and getting burnt up. There are meteor showers. One that we can see in Manitoba is the Perseid meteor shower, and I think I talked about that before with you guys. Usually it's in either July or August, so you have to check the internet about that, Google it, and you'll be able to tell when that is. It's really cool. The annual Perseid meteor shower occurs when the Earth passes through a stream of dust from the comet Swift-Tuttle. So it's actually dust that we're passing through from a comet. Let me see. Okay, and then we go on. So can they reach? This is a beautiful picture. This is this would be done with a camera, maybe a layered pictures over top of each other, or they left the shutter open really long. Anyways, it's quite stunning. Meteorites. So can they hit the Earth, come to the Earth? Yes, they can. And when they do that, they are now called meteorites. So scientists study these for clues about the universe. So they give us information about outer space, right? Because they come from outer space. So they're always pretty cool when scientists can find one and study it. So trivia, which large Manitoba lake was created by a meteor striking the Earth's surface? West Hawk Lake. So if any of you have ever been to West Hawk, if you look here, it's got a very circular shape and it's a very deep lake. And that's because it's caused by a giant meteor hitting the Earth's surface. So that's why it has that rounded shape. Okay, galaxies. So galaxies are a huge group of stars, gas, and dust that are held together by gravity. So they kind of come together a little bit that way. The Milky Way, I need to tape some stuff down there. So galaxies, a huge group of stars, gas, and dust that are held together by gravity. Those are your fill in the blanks there. So our galaxy that we're part of is the Milky Way. So our solar system is part of this galaxy. It is the brightest in summer and appears as a hazy white band extending from the south horizon across the sky. And again, it's very beautiful. I hope you get a chance to see it in your life sometime, but you need to go out to places where it's really, really dark, and you need a clear night too. It includes 400 billion stars. So lots and lots of stars. So this is a picture of the Milky Way. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful when you get a chance to see it. Now your assignment. Oh, my pen seems to be not working. There we go. Okay, so your assignment is going to be in the textbook, page 325. And I just want you to do questions 3 to 7. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. Hope you have a great day, guys. Thanks.